Your boy Mac the Trader, and welcome back to another video. So in this video, we're going to be talking about phase one of my trading model, which is accumulation. I'm going to be showing you guys how to spot accumulation. I'm going to be showing you what accumulation is, what I look for, and all of the small little nuances that apply to accumulation. All right. In future videos, we'll get into manipulation, then we'll get into distribution, and then by the end of this video series, you all should have a comprehensive idea of my trading model that myself and the mentors here at Mac Trading Academy use on a daily basis. Okay? Excuse me, guys. So we're gonna do this live. All right? No edits, no cuts. We're just gonna go right through it. Now, if you enjoyed this video, feel free to leave a like on the video. And if you would like to join the YouTube family, feel free to go ahead and subscribe. All right. Now, most of the content is within the Discord. So if you're not a part of the free Discord community, go ahead and join in. Shout out to, I'll pull this up real quick. Shout out to Mauricio. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. All right. He DM'd me this morning. All right, he was able to catch this trade here. All right, simply by applying the concepts that we teach within the free Discord. All right, if you're not in the free Discord, go ahead and join in. And if you want to join the analysis community, all right, it's $27 a month. We're just gonna go over this real quick. But we were looking for, let's see, buy position on EU this morning. All right, this was the before. All right, it is Monday, okay, with sloppy price action by the time market closed. This is how we were looking here. All right, so if you're not a part of the free Discord, feel free, go ahead, join in, and take advantage. All right, now, accumulation. Why does the market accumulate? The market accumulates in order to build liquidity, okay? We have to accumulate. Essentially, okay, and this is fractal, so this is on any time frame. Essentially, what the market does is it starts a small range, okay? That's essentially what it does. It creates buy side and sell side liquidity during accumulation. There are two facts to always understand. The first fact is that when buy side liquidity and sell side liquidity are generated, okay, one of those are going to be interacted with as it relates to liquidity. All right, and it's going to be interacted with in the form of manipulation. All right, that's the first fact. The second fact is that liquidity will always be generated within the market, no matter what. No matter what's going on, what takes place, if the market is about to make a strong, significant move, okay, or just a move period, if the market is going to distribute, all right, it has to generate liquidity. It does this in the form of accumulation. We accumulate buy-side orders and we accumulate sell-side orders. All right? Those are the facts, all right? And I hope you guys are taking notes. Also, I've gotten more questions about what indicator do I use as it relates to my session time, okay? It's impossible V1.2, all right? And then you just turn on session times. I have everything else turned off, but I have session times turned on here. All right? And then you can play with the visibility of everything here. All right, and then here are my times: 8 a.m. to 12. This is only for currency. If I'm trading the equities market, okay, it's 9:30 to 12. Okay, but for currency, 8 to 12. Asia session, 1800 hours, which is 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time to 3 a.m. All right. So let's get into how I spot my accumulation. All right. Now, accumulation can form in many ways, okay? Let's actually go over a couple of the ways. So the basic accumulation that we are all used to seeing is a range of candles, right? Range of candles where price creates a high, price creates a low, and then we see price trade up, trade down, maybe play around in here, generate internal liquidity, then trade down, right? Then trade up, go back to the high, right? This is how we usually see accumulation form, right? And then of course we'll see some type of manipulation, then we'll see the market run. All right. Now, if you go back to some of my previous older videos on YouTube, okay, we fully break down this concept and why, the market has to do this and why institutions encourage this to take place. Okay. But we're not going to really get into that type of information until we move into manipulation. All right. Right now, we're just focused on accumulation. So now I'm going to show you guys another way that accumulation can form. All right. Let's say you have a bearish candle here. Right. Boom, we have a bearish candle. Sometimes what the market will do, there we go. Sometimes what the market will do is it will create an inside bar. Just one single candle. It doesn't have to be more than one. Right, so let's say this is our bullish candle. Boom. All right. This is a form of accumulation. All right. Now, what time frame would I suggest you all study? All right, I would suggest you study lower time frames. Okay. Now I know that's something that you've never heard. The gurus say study the higher time frames. Other educators say, focus on the higher time frames. But what I want you all to do is study the lower time frames. Why? Because it's all about you understanding how the pattern forms and looks. The only way to speed up that process, okay, or the only way to be as efficient as possible through that process is to see it take place over and over and over again. So if you are studying the lower time frames and you are day trading the lower time frames, right, you're going to see this take place over and over and over again, and it's going to be very, very encouraging to you. Right? You're going to see it unfold in front of your eyes. And then if you do decide to become a swing trader and only trade this trading model on, let's say, the H1 or the H4 or the daily, right? Then that's something that you can do. But now you understand how the pattern looks, and now you've seen it a lot, right? So inside bar is another way that it could form, right? Another way, okay, that we could see this form is let's copy this, let's paste it here. Okay, another way you could see it form, actually we can just paste another, there we go, it's like this. Okay, bullish candle here. All right, engulfing these two bearish candles. Okay, this is still accumulation. These two bearish candles here, from low to high of this entire range, accumulation. All right. Now, when we get into the study examples, all right, we're going to be going over all of these examples in the live market for this morning, Monday, February 26th. All right, so you guys can go back and also study this and stuff like that. All right. Okay. Another way that it could form, if we move, let's highlight both of these at once, make it a little easier. There we go. Thank you for your patience, guys. Oh my gosh, come on, TradingView. Okay. Another way it could form is like this, right? Bearish range here. Price goes bullish. Close outside of this bearish range. It's right here. Accumulation still. All right. So now let's actually get into the charts and let's talk about real life examples on how I look for accumulation. Now we're going to be on your USD CAD, okay? But the main assets that I trade, as you guys will see once you join the free Discord, is GU, AU, Euro USD, okay? If we're talking about currency. Now, once the other mentors are introduced to you guys, all right, within the next 2 weeks, my main focus is going to shift back to the index markets, okay? So S&P, NASDAQ, US 30, okay? And then they will take over currency because my main asset is the S&P, or SPY if you trade like on Webull, stuff like that, if you trade the futures. But because the currency markets move so quick, especially on the lower time frames, right, it allows us to give a lot of study material to the Discord by looking at the currency markets. So let's get into UCAD. All right, let's just go through the entire New York session and pull out all the accumulation that we see. Okay, so this here, from low to high, accumulation. And as you guys can see, this is literally all I use. Literally, accumulation, manipulation, distribution. I mark those out for the Discord, and that's it. That's all we use. So this here, accumulation from this low, from this high to this low here, since we are going bullish after. From this high to this low, accumulation, price breaks out. Here, right, we have this high here to this low. Bearish candle here in the bullish range. Very next candle is an inside bar. Accumulation. All right. This was actually a trade here. This is the manipulation. Can't see it on the M1, but you will train your eyes to see it once you join the Discord. Right. So this was the manipulation. This was the first leg of distribution. Entry was here for that continuation push, but we're not gonna get too far into it. Right now we're just talking about accumulation. So we have accumulation here. All right, keep going. This is also accumulation. Accumulation, right? Creating sell side liquidity, creating buy side liquidity. We do have micro accumulation throughout this area, all right? But we're just going to pay attention to the M1 time frame for the time being. Like this here, this would be accumulation, but it wouldn't necessarily be this entire wick here. All right, it would be more so within this range, and this was slight manipulation, distribution, lower time frame sell here for a slight continuation push. Like that's how you're going to be looking at the market. Join the Discord. Here, same thing, accumulation. Same thing here, accumulation. Right? So as you guys can see, if you're studying the lower time frames, you're going to see this take place very, very often. Here, beautiful accumulation. This was actually a trade, another trade idea. For that push to the upside, you would have been in that. And remember, this is on the M1 time frame, so you're not risking a lot of pips, right? It's not a large risk. So when you see runs like this, right, like this is good profit. Accumulation here as well. We did miss a few as well, but I'm trying to look for accumulation that's near the areas that we'll be trading, so you guys can really get an idea of how we trade here at Mac Trading Academy and why Mauricio is going to hit take profit on this trade. If you guys go back, look at Euro USD from today, that's going to hit target for sure. Accumulation here, this single engulfed bearish candle accumulation. This was actually a beautiful trade for a sell. Not bad. This here, accumulation. Beautiful. Accumulation here. Quite a large range. Not too fond of how large that range is, relatively speaking to price action. Accumulation, right? Now, every time you see accumulation, you're not going to be interacting with the market. Okay, remember, this is just phase one. So this is just one confluence that you need, right? We still have to get into manipulation, and then we have to get into distribution. And then I'm going to show you guys, of course, how to take entries and things like that. So every time you see accumulation, it doesn't mean you're necessarily going to be active and use that accumulation that has formed, right? Accumulation here, and then the market closes. We have slight accumulation here as well, right? And then of course 12 o'clock, so we won't be looking. Okay, so 1 minute time frame, day trading USD CAD, right? You would have had excuse me, wow, let me slow down, a lot of caffeine, pre-workout. So you would have had one trade here for the sell, nice push to the downside, right? You would have had a trade for the buy, you would have caught that, you would have caught that slight buy there, you would have caught this possible sell here. And then we start to kind of taper off and consolidate during the end of New York. So maybe you're trading, maybe you're not. Let's see the pip range for today, because it was kind of crazy. We only had 20 pips worth of range on EU today. We had 27 pips worth of range on GU today. So UCAD only 25 pips worth of range. It is a Monday, okay? So we're not really expecting the market to do all too much, but just looking for the accumulation phases within, New York session period. Train your eyes to see this, all right? If you need assistance seeing this, join in on the Discord, all right? And take advantage of all the study material that we have for you guys so far, and take advantage of the study material that, continues on a daily basis, right? So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and wrap up this video. If you guys have any questions, okay, any questions at all as it relates to accumulation, how to find it, what to look for, what pairs does it work best on, right? What do you do next? Join in on the free Discord and ask me. All right, we have an entire channel called Ask Mac. Drop the question in the channel. All right, I'll respond to you. And then if you need a one-on-one session, you want to hop on a webinar, we do London sessions throughout the week, New York sessions throughout the week. If you want to hop on, ask questions through Discord, take advantage. All right. So with that being said, I'll catch you guys on the next one where we will be talking about manipulation. And then if you guys do have a lot of questions, all right, then maybe we'll create a part 2 for the accumulation where I can go more in depth depending on what you guys have questions about. With that being said, I'll catch you guys on the next one. Much love. Peace out.